Hello, Light Warriors. Thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you for clicking on this video. Thank you for spending your time with me and communing with me here today. I can't wait to get into today's topic, how to love yourself. Oh, this is such a necessary topic right now, okay? We need to be loving ourselves, but so many of us don't know how to do that or what that is or what that looks like. So let me tell you what it's not first. Loving ourselves is not necessarily watching that Netflix show or watching that movie or eating that food that we've been craving for a long time, distracting ourselves with the iPad. The reason I say that is because for people who are parents or for people who know people who are parents, think about what do we give kids when we need them to go scram away, right? When we're doing something, we're working and the kids need to go do something else. We give them the iPad. We give them a phone. Go play the game. Go watch the show. I need whatever. Do whatever. I'm busy. I gotta do work. So think about that for a second. How often do we go on our electronics? How often do we go on our devices when really we're tired or we're exhausted or we want to be in this process of self-love? I've done it. I've been tired. I've taken a day off and then not actually done anything to love myself on that day off, and then ended up more tired afterwards than I was before. And why is that? It's because we're not wired to gain energy from watching things on the internet. Unless you're watching this, of course, because I'm just reminding you that you shouldn't be spending too much time watching things like this. It's a paradox, right? But isn't everything? Anyways, that's aside the point. Coming back to it, when we really sit with and think about what we're doing, what we're feeding ourselves, what we're giving ourselves, right? If we are our own parents, which once we get to a certain age or a certain point in our life, we become our own parents. But are we treating ourselves like a kid that we want to distract from the real world, or are we treating ourselves like somebody who matters, like somebody whose attention is important? Okay? The intention is very important. What we place our attention on is what we place our intention on. What we're looking at is our active way of creating intentional energy and vibration towards a specific thing in this world, right? So the more time we spend focusing on the electronics, the more time we spend focusing on things that aren't of our nature, things that aren't there to serve us necessarily, okay? Not that you can't use these things to serve us. These are great tools, right? Right now I'm using an iPhone to record myself so that I can share a message with you guys. What a great tool, but that's what it's meant to be, a tool. Now, I'm not saying it's a horrible thing or you're gonna go to, that place if you don't if you don't stop using the tools. No, that's not what I'm saying at all. But what I'm saying is excessive use of these things is going to have a negative effect on our physical and mental states and our spiritual states, okay? And this is proven, this is a fact. We know this too, we know this from experience. It doesn't feel good to sit on these things for long periods of time. So that's one way of how not to love ourselves, okay? So how do we love ourselves? How do we really do that? Well, there's a few things we can do. We can love ourselves physically. What does that mean? That means we treat ourselves in ways that even if it doesn't feel good right now in the moment, it's going to feel good later on. Or we can do things that do feel good right now in the moment and feel good later on, okay? But we want to focus on the things that make us feel more whole, the things that make us feel more connected to ourselves. Some things that I really do, that I focus on every day. My exercise, okay? That's one form of me loving myself because I'm giving thanks to my body, this vessel that I've been given to walk this earth on. I want to give thanks to it because what a gift that I have, such an expression of life to be able to walk around and to interact with people in the physical world, right? I just want to be able to share that gift, express that gift, and really be grateful for that gift. So exercise. Healthy eating, okay? We eat things that make us feel good. We eat things that, even if they don't taste the best right now, we feel better after we eat it, and we pay more attention to how we feel afterwards than how we feel during. And eventually things will taste better. Yeah, I mean, and it doesn't have to taste bad. There's plenty of healthy foods out there that taste amazing. You just have to find out which ones you like. And when we start doing that, we start eating more foods that make us feel better over time. They make us feel whole. They make us feel more complete. Okay, that's another way of loving ourselves. Another way of loving ourselves, going outside, connecting with nature. Because what are we? We are nature. When we love other nature, we're loving ourselves. When we're hating other nature, we're hating ourselves. We are no separate from these other things. That's another way to love yourself too, is to let go of the not love that you have for others. Because anything that you're holding towards others that isn't love is something you're holding towards yourself, because you're the one that has to hold that energy at the end of the day, okay? We are connected. We are interconnected. No different than the tree is interconnected to the ground, interconnected to the roots feeding through all the dirt. We are all connected through these things. We're all biodegradable. We're all made of the same chemistry, okay? And it's all ancient, and it's all intelligent, and it's all beautiful. So don't forget who you are. You are nature. And to love yourself, you must also learn to love nature. So, little recap, okay? Number 1, love yourself. Exercise. Exercise, that also includes stretching. You can do workouts, like gym workouts. You can do yoga. You can do Pilates. Whatever that looks like for you, okay? Dancing is amazing. I love dancing, okay? So number 1, exercise. Number 2, eating healthy, okay? Eating healthy. Number 3, connecting with nature. And number 4, letting go of anything that's not love. Anything that's not love. If you start to do these things on those, self-love days that we have for ourselves, we start doing those things, we're going to start feeling a difference. We're going to start noticing that we feel better, that it's easier to stay in love, that it's easier to be happy. It's easier to get over those negative emotions, because when we love ourselves, we really love ourselves. We love ourselves so much that we're not willing to put up with negative emotions anymore, negative emotional states that don't serve us, okay? And I'm not talking about discomfort, because discomfort is just a gap between where we are right now and where we can be if we're utilizing it in a way that serves us, right? Like running really hard can be uncomfortable. Exercising really hard can be uncomfortable, right? Even exercising lightly can be uncomfortable, okay? I'm not here to judge anybody, okay? But what I'm saying is, discomfort is not a negative emotion, okay? I'm talking about anger. I'm talking about guilt. I'm talking about shame. I'm talking about all these things that come up. They arise from us not honoring what we know to be good for ourselves, what we know is going to have us feel better in the long term. When we don't honor those things, we start to have these negative emotions arise, okay? And our job is to love ourselves so deeply, that the negative emotions just wilt away. Like when the darkness just disappears as soon as the lights turn on. There's no second thought about it. When we love ourselves, it really has that effect. So today, Light Warriors, I implore you, I encourage you, go love yourself. Go do something for yourself. Go do that workout. Go eat that healthy meal. Go forgive that person. Go forgive yourself. Do whatever you have to do to feel loved for yourself today. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for spending your time with me. If you enjoyed, please leave a like. If you want to, leave a comment sharing about your experience, sharing about what you're going to do today to love yourself. And subscribe if you want to see more of this type of content. You can start to shift your feed. You can start to shift the videos that you get recommended. If you start watching more videos like this and interacting with more videos like this, whether they be my videos or other people's videos that are of a similar vibration, you can start to actually change your feed, okay? And it'll start to change everything in your life if you start doing the practices. So thank you so much. Have an amazing rest of your day. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.